Hi, I'm Cory. I'm the fun DM, apparently this time around, and this is your introduction video for Campaign 2. The name of this campaign, we are calling this one Journeys Through Taebrin, which may sound different, and that's because it is not an Aneria campaign. I absolutely love Aneria. I've spent 6 years creating the story and making it flow for my party. And when we got to the end of campaign 1, I realized that the best thing that I could do would be to let it simmer for a bit. Starting a new campaign right away would get the questions of, well, why don't the old heroes just come in and save the day? Why do the new heroes have to be the one to do that? And so we decided to move to a new experience, and it allows me to spread my wings and create something brand new and different than before. But I don't have any current plans to bring anything from Aneria over into Taebrin. However, things happen, and who knows what might be in the future. That's actually giving me some good ideas. We decided to go with the 2024 rule set just because it seems like everything is kind of shifting in that direction, not for any particular reason other than it felt more just like an update to the rules than an actual new edition. It kind of makes the transition a bit easier, and we just kind of wanted to see if it was a viable addition to work on. This campaign is different in a few notable ways. One of the ways that I wanted to make the campaign different was to have a focus on myths and legends more so than anything else. With Aneria, we had basically 1,000 years of history before everybody's mind got erased, what came before. And sure, there was a great big mystery of what happened in that regard, but there weren't a lot of individual character myths and legends that we got to explore. I want to have more encounters with named monsters in the area that the party can fight. I think having an aspect of this campaign not be about mechanical and clockwork stuff, that's something that I typically fall back on as a favorite trope, and I'm very excited to have a campaign where very little technology actually exists in this case, and we have a more earlier grounded in Bronze Age style, and moving forward with that should be a very fun and interesting challenge. We have an eclectic group this campaign. I cannot believe the wide range of people that we have coming in.
My name is Tori. I am playing Freya Fenrir, and she is a druid, Circle of the Moon druid, and we're calling her race like a shifter race, which I know is a little maybe unusual because it's not like technically it's in Cory's rules, so it works.
Freya brings with her a sense of family and community and some interesting thoughts on a backstory that I feel is rather unique.
Hi, I'm Jake. Yeah, my character's name is Porfin. Valeritas is his last name. And he is a satyr, a bard, a college of lore.
And then Jake being a bard for his first character with Porfin. There's a lot to Porfin that we haven't yet seen. And as much as Jake is jovial and likes to claim that Porfin is just this carefree attitude, there's something underneath the surface that I think you're going to want to look out for with that one.
My name's Preston. I'm going to be one of the storytellers here at the table. I'm playing Wayne, a humanoid wizard. He's often referred to as the Archivist of Lies.
Wayne brings forth this sort of storybook whimsy that I'm excited to see what happens in that regard.
Hi, my name is Ian. In this campaign, I'll be playing Tithius Silbrost. Tithius is a gnome rogue, and the subclass is a thief.
Tithius comes in as your kind of standard loner rogue, and he is definitely playing it as the greedy rogue type, and I can't wait to see how that affects a party dynamic, and hopefully in a good way more than a bad way.
Hi, my name is Scott, and I will be playing Corin this season. He is a half-elf sorcerer using kind of a draconic origin as the mechanical part, but it's a little flavored differently, something that you have to see coming up in the upcoming episodes. And I'm very excited to play him.
Corinne brings that smiling naivete that I cannot wait to break. Is that a good thing to say?
Hey everybody, it's Dallin. I am playing Eris Leandorian. Yeah, so Eris is a elven trickster cleric. He's a bit of obviously a trickster. He's up to no good, and this is very different from the usual type of character that I play, which is usually dark and brooding and Batman-esque. So this will be very fun to pursue this character.
And then Eris is a bit of a nomadish character, and we don't really typically have full elves in our party very often, so I'm excited to explore that aspect of things.
Freya was raised in a pack of wolf shifters. Something unique about Freya is that within her pack, all of the children, when they reach a certain age, go through this big ceremony and they get to shift for the first time into their wolf form. And when Freya came of age, she was so excited to shift, and she shifted into a serpent, which was a total shock to her and likely the community as a whole. Though they've been very supportive and loving of her. Her family has never shunned her or made her feel less than. They've just noticed that, this is something that's different about her. But it's very hard for Freya because she feels so different and she wants so badly to just fit in. So that really kind of leads to her moving away from home. She was raised in a town called Bailing Break, and she decides that she wants to try and find some answers and figure out why she is the way she is. She does have a serpent familiar named Ire who is with her at all times, and Ire loves to kind of whisper, hiss. I don't want to say naughty things, well, that's not true, but maybe more malevolent things into her ear. And who knows, maybe that's a part of Freya. Maybe that's how she feels on the inside. But on the outside, she's definitely a rule follower. She wants to be kind to everyone and just wants to be friends with everyone.
Porfin's very self-centered, I would say. I haven't played a character like that before. Usually the characters I go with are more reserved, heroic, kind of in the background a little bit, unsung hero types. But Porfin is the opposite. He is a sung hero, and maybe not even the hero part. So I actually have... I drew a lot of inspiration for Porfin from a role I recently played. I really love musical theater. I love acting and performing. And I played a character recently, kind of played like a rock god, debonair, suave type guy. And I thought that would be good as a bard. And so I put that in to Porfin's kind of profile. And yeah, I really like the direction it's taken, but as you create it, it evolves as well. So as the story and the campaign's going, and then like I said, the relationships, it evolves and changes who that person is. But yeah, so I think comparatively, I'm not really sure as far as tabletop how to compare it, but for other RPG characters, I think this one is more, I don't know, out there. He loves to be in the middle of things, but not to help. Really is a distraction more than anything. So, but no, I think comparatively, he's a lot of fun. That's what I would say.
So Wayne is an insecure and really hungry for attention. He really wants to be remembered because growing up, he was often overlooked or mistrusted. He really crafted this whole personality of Wayne. It's what he projects to the people around him. He's a sly, older spirited, kind of roguish character. Not a rogue, but a roguish character. He's the illusionist wizard, loves to make things up and change. He learned that his talent for storytelling, learning young, that people really prefer a captivating narrative over what might be considered the unpleasant truth. This skill, particularly, really allowed him to satisfy his deep craving for attention, as well as, being able to, I don't know, rather than enduring the looks of the people around him that might be disdainful or, cast off, he really basks in that kind of starry-eyed wonder of his audience as he weaves those tales together. So now he wanders, chronicling the world in his battered tome, fabricating legends, and he really believes that he's bending reality to kind of, not necessarily his will, but bending reality around him into his truth. And he's a compulsive storyteller, a self-made myth, and a liar who sometimes tells the truth.
Yeah, so Tithius, so growing up, he lost his parents very young and grew up pretty independently in the Whispering Woods. He was trained to be a thief rogue from very early on. And so as a result of growing up without, much many parents or family or friends to support him, he's often very mistrusting of others. Of course, had to really learn to fight to survive and live. And so, of course, he's very sneaky, stealthy, mistrusting, of course, likes games of chance, things of that nature. But is also, deeply, there's a gap, there's something missing in his life due to this loss of his parents and not really having a home life or a understanding of where he came from. And so there's kind of this sense of needing to fill that void and figure out really who he is and where he comes from.
Yeah, Corinne grew up in just on a farmstead with his ma and his pa, and he is very young, probably in his early 20s. He's very, what would you say? He's very naive, but not in just in a worldly way. He doesn't know a lot about the world, so he's very curious about the world. He's very excited to get out and see what is going on, see what he can discover, see the people he can meet. He's very, very upbeat. He's got a very positive personality. He always wants to do the right thing. He's kind of raised to do that by his parents. He has a very good, healthy relationship with his family, which is kind of a opposite that a lot of D&D characters get. In fact, some in our group are that way as well. And he has it's never quite had much bad luck in his life. Part of the character is flavored that way. He's got like the luck feat. And a few other things that make him a little bit more lucky in combat. That doesn't necessarily mean he'll never have bad luck, but he's kind of always grown up, so he's got a really good attitude of like, we got this, guys. We can do this. Things will turn out good. Things always turn out good.
So Eris comes from a very strict and kind of controlled upbringing. So he naturally rebels against that with lots of trickster stuff, lots of getting up to no good, a lot of lightheartedness, but buried beneath that, just like a layer down, is the meat of the character that we'll get to meet in this campaign. So usually I will play a character that is kind of dark, broody, got some sort of trauma. I mean, it's D&D, we all have trauma. But this character is more jovial, lighthearted, kind of just down for fun to go with the flow. Definitely does not want to be the leader of any of the party, just wants to be along for the ride. He's just here to get a hot meal, make some pranks, and have fun.
I play a lot of video game RPGs, and my favorite part is, your Knights of the Old Republic, your Dragon Age, BioWare games in general. A lot of those stories are driven by those relationships, and I love that aspect of the storytelling. A relationship with one character can change how things flow and exactly how the story is driven, and so it can be hostile or even adversarial, but either way, whether it's a positive or negative type relationship, it really drives the story, and that's my favorite part of it.
Cory's worlds tend to feel really alive. They're often full of political tension, the monstrous threats, and open-ended kind of plot threads that we get to explore. And I'm excited to see, as a player-driven kind of storytelling, as it gets into that and the settings mysteries. I think the rumors, the factions, and the strange regions, the all-female pantheon, each kind of create that really, really nice playground for someone like Wayne, so that he's able to go and be able to thrive on weaving all of these different things into the tapestry of his kind of mythology.
Ooh, I've never been a rogue before, so I'm excited about just learning the ins and outs of being a rogue. I love the dynamic of the characters. That's fun to play. We have several people who are good role players. The world that's been created here is pretty fun, with kind of the different creatures and the dinosaurs and things like that. So, but I think I'm really looking forward to trying to figure out how to play a rogue.
I am really excited to not only play myself, but I am very excited to maybe do some more editing, do some better stuff, make some better things, make some tweaks to the episodes as a whole, make some tweaks to possibly even the room we play in to make it more conducive to a D&D podcast. And I really want to put a little bit more effort into that kind of stuff so that we can give the viewers as much as much enjoyment as we possibly can, as we can afford, as we have time manage, etc. I think that's something I've really been pushing for, and I know Cory and the group's probably been really annoyed. I constantly send out messages about what's going on, what's the schedule, who needs to do X, Y, Z, who needs to get us this stuff. We're working on, as you've already seen, some of the art. We've hired some artist stuff to do that, and I want to just keep doing things like that to make it just a better production for everyone.
I'm very humbled and excited to be able to be on this journey with you all. My players are a group of fantastic actors and players in general, combat expertise and theater majors mingled together. I'm very excited to see what you all think about Taebrin and the world that we're building here, and what you take away from it. I want to see this be a place where everybody is inspired to create their own aspect of the world itself.
I am just so grateful that other people want to watch the fun things that we get to do. And that's very flattering and humbling that anyone would want to spend their free time watching our sessions. And I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope Freya lives up to what I have her built up to in my mind. But thank you for your support. We're so excited to have you here.
Hello, I'm Porfin. I am considered quite the ladies' man, but also the fellows' man.
If you double-cross me, you might find yourself at the end of my dagger dissonance.
Well, Ma always says, be the sun in someone's life rather than the night.
Do you know what we need right now? Just a group hug. I just think that would make us all feel so much better and probably raise our friendship level at least 0.5.
I love a good harmless prank, but I like the harmful ones to those who deserve it.
Wise words from Wayne on how not to be forgotten. No one in the tavern will ever remember that you farted. But if you shit your trousers, they will remember you forever. I didn't say it was a good adage, but one that you'll never forget.